And welcome back, everyone. I'm all bundled up because it's still cold out, so there we are. But from Bobby Reynolds, we have the question of who wins in a fight: the movie versions of Flash Thompson versus Biff Tannen. And this is essentially the battle of the bullies. Biff is really much your stereotypical bully of that time. He's kind of a jock, definitely a meathead, and kind of a vile person if we remember the first movie at all. He legitimately was sexually assaulting Marty's mom. And throughout the movie series, we just see that even throughout his ancestry and his future, he is he's just not a good person. He really is a terrible person, honestly. The Flash Thompsons really are also just kind of stereotypical bullies to some minor degree. But as you go through the different iterations of Thompson, they actually become more human and less bully. The first movie played by Joe Manganiello, really enough, he's definitely your dumb jock bully. Definitely. I mean, he's willing to beat Peter up in front of everyone. Obviously gets his ass kicked. But there's nothing really special about him. Surprisingly, though, the Amazing Spider-Man Flash Thompson actually has a lot more humanity to him. He's once Peter's uncle dies, he actually is showing remorse, and by the end of it, I don't know if they're friends, but he's not bullying Peter anymore. He's actually, they're kind of chummy with each other to some degree. And then there's the MCU Flash Thompson, who is the biggest dork there is. Like, yeah, he bullies Peter, but he's not a jock. Like that's Flash is frankly a loser. He honestly he's just like, oh, we're friends, right, Spider-Man? Yeah, like when in the Spider-Man No Way Home when um he comes to the donut shop, like says, acting like they're friends when he was never really treated Peter like a friend. He's such a loser, basically. Um, so so Biff versus any one of these Flash Thompsons. Honestly, based on just the time period, how the bullying goes, and the physicality of these bullies as well, um, the only Flash that's really losing a fight is the modern Flash because he's not a musclehead, he's not a jock, he's not even that physically capable, all things considered. He's the one who would crumble the fastest, easy. Like Biff would just beat the hell on that in Flash Thompson. However, the other two are definitely a problem for Flash. First off, despite the Flash, let me try that again. The other two are definitely a problem for Biff. Despite the fact that Biff is, by his time period definition, a jock, we don't really see him doing much sports wise, even though he does wear his Letterman jacket. But it's clear the other two are far more, well, frankly, they're far more violent. Biff is relying a lot more on intimidation than anything. I mean, he does get physical with, oh God, Marty's dad. I can't remember his name, but he does get physical with him. But he's not someone who's just gonna randomly throw a punch and just keep hitting real quick, real fast. Like the style of which they fight is also a telling part of how this fight will go down. Both these guys are now throwing much quicker jabs, much quicker, you know, hooks, all that. And frankly, from what we see, the other two are just in better shape. They look, and particularly Joe Manganiello's looks just physically stronger than Biff's. Than Biff, that's for certain. But yeah, I'd probably say that the first two movie Flashes would beat Biff Tannen in a fight without too much difficulty. But Biff would beat the other Flash more often than not. In fact, not even more often than not. Almost definitely he would beat him. Beat him. So two out of three means that Flash Thompson takes the fight more oftentimes than not. So that's my thoughts. What do you think? Thanks for watching. See you next time.